This is way higher. This is almost doubling the damage.
Now that's a lot of damage!
I've been having so much fun doing this. This is day 2 of Cat's Count Takeover. And I think when you first start playing Raid Shadow Legends, the main thing is to start working on these missions, which are behind me, because you want to get Arbiter. Arbiter is a big deal, but there's a lot of obstacles in the way to getting Arbiter. And in day 1 of this video, the obstacle that I was attempting to get around was Arena. And Arena is a big deal. I don't know where she was exactly, but she was somewhere in this, 16% area, where she was basically getting 16% HP attack defense and then only getting 2 of the crests per battle, which you need a lot of those to get through the Arbiter missions. Like, one of the things is you have to max it out at 10, which is a lot. I said to her, well, you can get to 3,200, and this is true. So that was yesterday's video, was focusing on her Arena team. We did some tweaking, we ran through it, and yes, we were able to get up to 3,200. I think that's a realistic goal, being able to get to 3,200. Now, this next tier of 3,700 is a moving target. When the week starts, it's low, and then it runs all the way up to 4,000. I've not ever been able to get these 25% bonuses, but I think if you've been playing the game for any reasonable amount of time, it is a good goal to get to the 22%. And we had success. We're there. And, you know, the team made a big difference. We're getting defensive wins. At first, when we first switched over, you know, when we were running down here in the 2,700, we were getting defensive wins. Now we're in the big boy league, and I imagine that I'm gonna have to kind of keep up with it to stay above that 3,200 and maintain that 22% bonus, which works in every game mode. Now, I did change around and optimize her Demon Lord team, which is going to be the second most important thing after Arena. I think is going to be playing in the clan boss in the Demon Lord, and Cat was having difficulty one keying Nightmare. One keying Ultra Nightmare is a big deal. So today what we're trying to do is one key Ultra Nightmare. No. One key normal Nightmare, because that's also an Arbiter quest. In fact, it ties in perfectly with Arbiter. Absolutely a blast how this all synergizes together right here. Deal 39 billion damage and Demon Lord, minimum difficulty Nightmare. So that's what we're gonna do. Only first chose a difficulty, and yesterday I was able to do 30 million, which is gonna be the title of the video today, is why War Master is so important. Now, if you've not done so already, there's a link in the description. You're gonna get Corrado, amazing legendary, Ugo, amazing support, epic. And then you're going to get another epic Fane, but more importantly than all of that, Deacon Armstrong, which you get at level 40, we're absolutely going to be using today. And then also Sun Wukong, promo code Monkey King, and use him in Arena. He's amazing. And you start playing the game right now, you log in for 7 days, you'll get another legendary. So let me see. 3 legendaries, 3 epics, one of the best times to start. So I ran this team yesterday, and I only got 30 million. And I'll show the team first, and then I'm gonna talk about what the topic of today's video is, which is about masteries and War Master. And oh my God, the War Master mastery is so important, but I wanna show what the team is and what the general idea and how I decided to come use this team right here. And this actually lines up for today because we've got a red force affinity, and we are using, you know, so it's neutral against the 3 here, and then we've got 2 greens, which are going to be strong. So this is like the perfect day to come in here. Now, I was not running the what is the War Master mastery, and why is it so important? So I was only able to get 30 million, and the goal is 39 something, let's say 40 million. What is this War Master mastery? Oh my God, this is vital to doing damages against bosses. So two of the characters yesterday already had the War Master, right? Which is in the mastery tree. When we hit masteries, it's this one right here beneath me. And this is gonna be probably the single most important mastery in doing damage against like Hydra or Demon Lord, has a 60% chance of inflicting bonus damage when attacking. Bonus damage is equal to 10% of the target champion's max HP, which is not what we're doing, or 4% of the target's max HP when attacking bosses. Because some of these support characters are not going to be doing any damage. And this is going to make a huge difference. So, yesterday, I believe Deacon and Lilitu were running War Master. I went in and redid Rector Drath and even put War Master on her. Thalen, we're going to put War Master on him. And I know there's a couple different builds and different ways of doing him. But just for the simplicity of today's video, we're going to do War Master. And I got to tell you, as far as masteries go, I do run Minotaur. And there's a reason why I run Minotaur. Otherwise, you can just spend 800 gems, which is a commodity right here. 800 gems, and you're done in one shot. And I think you should do that for your first character. But after that, running Minotaur is the way to go. And it's kind of a hassle. They did make it easier by running the super raids. But if I run Minotaur and I want to run it for one character, instead of costing 800, the cost is closer to 650 to max out a character. 650 gems, right? Take some time. Yeah, you got to run it in the middle of the night on your tablet or your PC. You get about 1 million gold and you get experience. So if I'm doing like 4 of them at a time or 5 out of them at a time, and the characters I know that I'm gonna take to level 60, I'll start when they're at level 50 or like they're 5 stars and I need to get them up to 50. I'll start running them then. And I have one character that will carry the 4 that I'm bringing up. Right? Just like, you know, whatever your campaign farmer is, maybe it's some Wukong, it doesn't really matter, but one character to carry the other 4, they're getting experience, they're getting their masteries, it's cheaper than spending the 800, and I'm getting silver. So that is the way to go. And now we selected the War Master. Now, how did I pick this team? So I'm using the Hell's Hades Artifact Optimizer, which is great for min-maxing my artifacts, because when you start getting hundreds, if not thousands of artifacts, it can be a real cluster to do that. Now, I am paying £5, and I'm not sponsored by Simon or Hell's 80, any of that, and then it'll give me these suggestions. I know that there's certain times of the months where they'll let you do this for free. I believe when the free artifact removal, they enable this, but if you want to run it always, there's an additional charge, subscription charge of £5 a month. Like, again, I'm not sponsored by Simon or anything like that. And in addition to be able to sell your artifacts quickly, you know, configure your team the way you want to, there's also a tool in there that is a team optimizer, and it's loaded my roster in and it's giving me suggestions of what other players have done. I don't have all these characters upgraded. Like, I don't, Kat didn't had Taragi upgraded, but Deacon, Rector, Geomancer, Thalen, and I'm going to use Lilitu, right? And if this team that I'm going to use today doesn't work, I'm going to develop out Arakin, and you're going to be a real treat, because then you'll get to see the process of how I upgrade him. Now, other thing too, I think it's important to, you know, when working on characters, like for your arena team, I mean, take them all the way up. I mean, you know, fully ascend them all the way out, right? Upgrade the glyphs on them, absolutely. Upgrade these bottom 3 right here, you know, so that you get the most stats out of them. Like, take them from 12 to 16. These up ones right here probably can leave at 12 until you really want to upgrade them. Like, see, there's one right here. This one probably should go up to 16. So we're going to do that right now, but we're not using Alice in this video, but you get the point. I mean, do the relics. Do all the masteries. I mean, if you want to take a character to 60, I think it's important to upgrade all of the pieces as possible, all the glyphs, the gear as much as possible, all the masteries. And so that's what I've been doing in the last 24 hours or so, is finishing off the masteries. I still have a little bit more to go on Rector Draft. I just moved that out of the way. You know, another 200, I think at 200 I'll be done, and I'll be able to finish off one of these here on the second to last tier. But the point is this, is that I'm using War Master. It's great. Only able to do 30 million. And we're going to go in and do it. Now we also have the 22%. So there's a couple things that are working. We've got all the relics put in, all the gear put in as best as possible. And we're running the War Master Mastery. And we're getting the 22% from the arena bonus. And we've also been, chipping away at affinity bonuses right here. Accuracy is pretty important. Area bonuses. If we need to, maybe we'll do some of the Demon Lord. Chip away, give me an incentive to play in live arena. And it'll get easier and easier because, once I get 40 million, essentially, that's not the right air. Once I get 40 million to do the Nightmare, then I'm going to want to do the Ultra Nightmare, right? And the Ultra Nightmare is going to require 70 million. And where the Nightmare one is 39 million, 0.17. And the thing about that is that once I've achieved that goal, the quick battle will come up, which is essentially a sim button. So this is going to run for a minute. Now, before I fast forward to the ending on this, I just was a new feature that was brought into the game recently right here. If you hit the pause button, and I'll move the QR code out of the way, you hit right here. No, continue. No. No, if I hit the info button right here, info. Chest rewards. It's clearly stated here. So before that information was not there, it was a bit confusing to find it. So if I hit info, I can see what the target, because why can't they just make this a flat 40 million or a flat 70 million? They have to get fancy with it and make it 39.17. Other thing too is that if I back out of this, or if I make it to the end, the key is lost. Now, I've never done this, but it was suggested to me that if I force close the app, like on my phone or my tablet, it doesn't expend the key. So if you're doing testing or speed tuning, like a Wexel team or something that's a little bit more complicated than what's going on here, and you want to run it until you get right, my understanding, I've never done it, is that you can force close the app, force close the PC client, and it will not expend the key. We'll see. All right, we'll be back in a couple minutes when we get to the end. All right, so it is working, and what's cool about it is the War Master is doing this 81,000. You see that? Like sometimes there'll be this like 81,790.
That'll follow up.
Yeah, so if you look at the individual damage on them, like from a Rector Drath may come in at a 19,000 or some small number, but then there'll be this randomly, I think it's like 60% of the time, it'll hit that 81,000. Mm-hmm. So these supports that weren't doing anything at all are now getting like a significant amount of damage just because of War Master. It's basically because it's 4% of his HP, which is going to be more damage than they can do with their basic attack. So it's like tripling their damage output.
Right.
And it's just the War Master. So I changed all 5 of them to War Master, and you can see, so you're done. You're going to get to the Arbiter. The only bad news about this is that Ultra Nightmare is like 70 million.
What do you mean?
Like, this is one key Nightmare. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's Ultra Nightmare.
Yeah, so this is
I'm not
like...
expecting to do that tomorrow.
Well, but I think you can, over time, get there, because I think you're going to...
So what do I have to do with them to get them up to 70 million Ultra Nightmare?
I don't know yet, but I know that Rector Drath and Thalin don't have their masteries done. I put War Master, which is the very bottom one. There's still some left in the stage above.
Wow, they're rocking.
Yeah, so
they're not even.
Yeah, they haven't really died yet. So.
That's because and he keeps focusing on Lilitu. He has no choice for A2.
Yeah.
And then she's built like a tank.
Yeah, and then Rector can revive Lilitu if needed. But what happens at the end is he's gonna probably delete like a good percentage of the team, so they're
that's just gonna happen.
Yeah, so they need to heal back up pretty quickly. Also the attack up, the blue up there, Geomancer needs to strip that away from him, or there's gonna be a hard time.
He will.
But if
Because
well,
it's
this attack might
A2.
end it. No,
Nope.
we survived it. Okay, yeah, his A2 strips it away.
Mm-hmm.
So like, heals, come on in. Yeah. I think hopefully he'll go before. Well, I mean, we're 46 million. So I went from like 30 million damage to 46 million damage by changing. 2 of them had War Master. Now 3 of them have War Master. Plus,
Gotcha.
plus also went from 20% because of the arena when I ran it yesterday to 22% by being in gold 5. Right, that's gold 5, right? So that is War Master is effectively making them like, I don't know what percentage is that, like 30% or 50%.
You'll have to show me the mastery because I don't
Okay.
know what the War Master, like what it specifically says for the War Master.
Okay, I'll go back and look at it, but it's something like every time you hit, there's a percent chance of doing bonus damage. It can only happen once per skill, and then it's 10% on 10% of the HP against champions, and it's 4% damage of the boss's HP. And it says something to the effect of does not count as a bonus hit. I think it triggers 60% of the time, and so.
Okay.
I'll have to look at it. So we should get wiped. Probably get one shot right here because I think we're in. Yeah, we're gonna get into.
Nope.
Nope. All right.
Little 2 is so tanky.
So yeah, this is with 30 million before, and now this is like 50 million just from War Master. And I think that outside of your arena team, if you're doing this in like Demon Lord or Chimera or Hydra, I mean, there's a high percentage that the character should be using War Master. Not 100% of the time. There's a million exceptions to everything in this game, of course. But I think War Master is probably the most popular, the last row mastery.
Okay.
It's
Is it under attack? I'm assuming under attack.
Yeah. Well, when you're on Hell Hades, and you're looking at the character's masteries, almost always it'll say general PvE, and it always will take you down there to the War Master. That's
what
kind
I
of a
thought it was.
standard thing. Oh, we're still trucking along.
I mean, I pretty much build every single character as general PvE unless I know there's a specific nuker like Alice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She might be different, but not always. And Alice is not really. I haven't been using Alice in bosses. I've been using Alice in arena and against waves. So it depends where you're going to use the character, right?
Yeah.
But I think like most supports, they're not going to do damage unless they have War Master, or not a lot of damage. So like
It's a good way to supplement.
Yeah, it's going to drastically increase their output. So this is way higher. This is almost doubling the damage.
Now that's a lot of damage!
Oh, I didn't think it.
Actually, it has.
Yeah,
This is doubling the damage that I was doing before.
Okay, yeah. So this is, and they're not dead yet, but they're gonna get one tapped here at one point. This is
Probably when he hits 50.
Yeah. So yesterday was 30 million, and so now we're going into 60 million. So this will get wrecked right there. Geomancer is getting destroyed.
He's gonna get back.
Let's do the call to action real quick. If you haven't done so already, click the link in the description. You'll get Corrado Fox Hunter, which is legendary. You're going to get a total of 3 legendaries. Ugo, which is epic at level 10. You're going to get another epic support champion at level 20. And then, most importantly, Deacon at level 40, which we're using today in the video. Use promo code Monkey King to get Sun Wukong. And then if you log in for 7 days right now, there's a bonus login champion, which is called Lamisi. I haven't gotten to use her yet. Have you used her yet?
Yes. I have a
Okay.
video that will be coming out for her.
Yeah, she looks interesting. I haven't looked into her too deeply. I'm kind of wrapped up in 900 things and other characters. And War Master effectively doubled this. I mean, the damage from what I did yesterday, it's doubling the damage. So I mean, I knew War Master was good, but not this good. I called you in way too
is
early.
really
I
good.
thought we were going to get wiped at like 35 million. And it
You're
just
rushing
keeps
me
going.
out of the work I was doing. You were like, it's going to be over.
It's going to be over. Come look at this.
Nope.
And it's like, wow, it just keeps going and going and going and going. My goodness. 61 million. I wonder how close you are going to be able to get in a short period of time in Ultra Nightmare.
Not dying.
No,
like
they're
I kind
not.
of want them to die now.
Yeah.
I want to go get my Arbiter. I think I'm down to what, 10 missions for
Not
Arbiter
a lot.
now?
But
We're down to the wire. I'm
yeah,
close.
This will
and
satisfy
I can
one
mow
of them
through
for
a
sure.
bunch of them
Yeah.
very soon.
Wow, this is holy moly. They are not dying. Double revivers is excellent.
Wild.
Yeah.
Double revivers plus War Master.
Yeah. So
Unbelievable.
So Thalin is doing damage, Geomancer's doing damage, and then the other three are just kind of, Geomancer's putting the defense down, giving Turn Meter, plus he's putting Leech, so there's some small heals. Lilitu and Rector Drath are healing and reviving, and then Lilitu does all kinds of other stuff. I don't fully understand her kit, but I know it's good.
It's fantastic. And I really have her built like crazy.
Yeah, you were like
Rector Drath hasn't revived Stolen yet.
they might be on cooldowns right now, so I mean it'll happen here, but I feel like we're close to like it being done here. Oh boy, they just keep going. Boy, this is turned out to be way higher. Well, now you're never gonna have to play Nightmare manually, and I wonder if you are in one key land of Ultra Nightmare, because Ultra Nightmare is 70 million.
We'll see.
Yeah,
because getting 67 million here doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get 67 million Ultra Nightmare. There's a lot more.
Yeah,
he's a lot more dense once you get there.
The highest run I had yesterday was 30 million. So this. Was she team revive?
Yeah, she has a team revive.
All right, let's see. Do it. Do your thing.
Can she hang in? Oh, 67 million.
67 million. Woo!
Cool.
Okay.
Bastion.
All right, so there you go. Advanced quest complete, which
Also
is
good.
there. We'll claim that. But then one right here, claim
that's more
progress
important.
right here. That is moving you towards Arbiter.
10 away.
And then you're going to be right here, which will drastically change your arena experience. And so the whole thing about this video is War Master, which is we have to hit masteries and then War Master. 60% chance of inflicting bonus damage when attacking. Bonus damage equal to
10%.
not that because that's and then but it's or 4% of the targets
when attacking bosses.
When attacking bosses, bonus damage can only occur once per skill and does not count as an extra hit. Damage is based on enemy max HP,
which is at this point in my game my favorite words.
Yes.
Enemy max HP.
Yeah. So that is the video for today. Yay! Leave a like. Go check out Rage Cat's channel. Link in the description. Bye for now.